and we are green. Good evening, and welcome to the Select Board meeting for July 9th, 2026. Call to order at 7:01 with the Pledge of Allegiance. There you go, behind us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Somebody purposely did that.
David here?
Okay. I will await a motion to approve the meeting minutes from July 2nd of 2026.
I will make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for July 2nd, 2026.
I second that. All in favor? Perfect. Approval of warrants for week 28. Payroll warrant 73, $36,175.82. And appropriations warrant number 74 for $734,780.69. This one includes the York County tax and the MSAD 6 at the same time. So a grand total of $770,956.51. Ouch.
Yeah, and the York County was like 300,000.
How much?
MSAD 6.
300,000 for York County tax, which is the year,
That's more, that's 20.
And
and then the 404.
404 for an MSAD.
6, which is monthly.
Yeah. I'll await a
Anyway, I'm
motion.
sorry.
No, it's all good. It's an explanation. That's a lot of money.
I make a motion that we approve warrants 73 and appropriations warrant 74.
I will second that. And you've explained, so all in favor? Yes. Review of office hours. Okay, so we met with Joyce Foley, the chair of the planning board, and discussed the town voting to have the data center moratorium. This will require a special town meeting. We're going to speak with MMA and our attorney about whether we can have an outright ban on the data centers in the future. But in the next, hopefully, schedule it. We got to get with Patty, but hopefully within 2 weeks, we can have a special town meeting to get the moratorium in place. And then we're going to do some checking. I did see there is some places in the U.S. that did an outright ban on data centers. So we're going to look into that aspect as well to see what the legalities are to it and what we need. We also met with Dara Crawford. She came in, introduced herself. She's the new MS86 school committee member. She wanted to introduce herself to the select board, asked her to meet with us on the last Thursday of each quarter to provide an update to the MS86 happening. So it'll be good. We've never really had a continuation meetings with any of the boards, so it'll be good to see how that rolls. And she's
Already on a committee, I think
Yep.
she said?
Yeah, she's on the rules.
Finance and facilities?
No, rules and laws
Rules and
committee for there. So
okay.
yeah, no, she's
I was
very
writing down
excited.
on different things she was trying to say.
Yeah, she's very excited. So
Yes.
yeah, we went with Madison Moody with he's the rec director. He mentioned the first week of camp is going great. He asked for an update on the selective cut for the trees at Moy-Modale. He's doing a few more markings and of the trees that need to come out, and we got to get down and do a final inspection on what we think, and then we're going to have to do some bids.
Yeah,
We're going to be looking for
wordings on the contract.
wording on a contract to have bids go out to companies as we move
To
forward.
have them come in and look at the
Yep.
jobs.
Because the biggest thing is making sure that if these trees get cut and when, everything's cleaned up. You know, obviously you're gonna have stumps, but down brush, we don't want a mess left, so. Madison will reach out to another forester to get a second opinion on what should be cut. We also talked to Madison about the 4th of July activities moving forward. A motion was in place in the 2027 and beyond, the town of Limington, through the recreational department, will coordinate all 4th of July activities, including but not limited to the fireworks, the parade, food trucks, and entertainment. I made the motion, and Tammy seconded it, and it was a vote of all in favor was myself and Tammy, and David is absent today, so. Moving forward, our recreation director department will be in charge of all 4th of July functions for the parade and for the fireworks. We signed the assessment letter for the York County Treasurer. This year's assessment is $301,956.35, which is a 7% increase over last year for the York County assessment, so.
Is that the tax? I don't mean to talk out of turn, but can you clarify if that is what you just said a minute ago?
Yes, that is the price that we paid for the York County taxes this year.
York County tax, right.
And that was from the office. I don't believe we talked about much other.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
My page is blank after that.
We're on to department head updates and concerns. You up for it? You want
I'm
it?
here, I'm
Okay.
here.
She's back in the game.
Yeah.
Limington Department of Public Works, weekly update for week ending July 4th. The road crew spent most of the week cutting and hauling trees in preparation for the fireworks. They cleaned the equipment for the parade and called out on the they were called out on the holiday to clean up down trees after a storm at Momadeo. It was a 1-hour event, and it was a lot of wind and a lot of
Oh my
water.
goodness, it tore up some really healthy trees down there.
Pretty fierce.
The big, for me, was the fact that our canoes were in the woods. The wind come across that so bad, it blew the canoes in the woods, so.
Put a
Yeah.
tree over the power line.
Yes, it laid the trees on the power lines down there, it's tied up the beach for a little while, and,
Yeah,
but yeah, it was quite a
Madison
little,
said-
and that storm was just in like Freiburg to this area.
yeah.
It was crazy, it was
Small
nothing,
cell
yeah.
that was traveling fast.
Yep.
The fleet maintenance, there was no fleet maintenance conducted this week. For buildings and grounds, assisted the highway department with tree hauling at the mill pond, painted exterior trim at the Old Town Hall, mowed the Old Town Hall, the gym, the Davis Memorial Library, the municipal complex, Department of Public Works, and Lake Memorial Fields, and set up for 4th of July events. Cleaned up destroyed tent, and assisted with the tree cleanup at Momadeo after the storm. The director had weekly payroll, Department of Public Works and Transfer Station employees. Transfer Station weekly numbers reports, the weekly Department of Public Works report to the Board of Selectmen, fuel slips, parts invoices, investigated a sinkhole complaint on Moody Road and made temporary repairs after hours, and dealt with storm damage, access issues at Momadeo. And the department worked a combined 214.5 hours this week, including holiday hours. And mentioning the transfer station, the numbers for July 1, 3, and 4. They had 162 total number of transfer station users. 136 of them were recyclers at the same time, for a percentage of 84% of people that come in actually recycle when they use the transfer station. So that's good stuff. And the total revenue for last week was $523. Code enforcement, for 2 weeks, week ending 6/24 through week ending 7/7. 3 building permits, 2 electrical permits, 1 plumbing permit, for a total of 6. The fees associated with those permits, $1,019.31. Year-to-date, 146 total permits, with fees combined at $45,187.42. He's been on 26 inspections during the last 2 weeks. Other activities included all of the 12 gravel pits have been inspected. On June 1st, he sent out 6 automobile, graveyard, and junkyard violations that need to be cleaned up by June 30th. None of the 6 have complied.
6?
6. On July 7th, he sent out a second notice of violation to all, giving them 30 days to comply. If they don't comply by August 5th, the violations will be sent to the town's attorney to start court proceedings. We just urge people to pay attention to these violations and to do what they can to comply. The Limington Fire and EMS for a week ending July 4th. The number of calls for service was 15, 7 for fire and 8 for EMS. There were vacancies in the schedule, but the chief covered and no calls went to mutual aid. For trainings and meetings, in-house, there were no meetings or trainings in-house this week, but we did have fireworks Friday night and a parade Saturday morning. Away. Sunday, some members of the department attended an all-day training based around technical large animal rescues. This is a multi-town team managed through York County EMA. For special notes, June ended 4 calls ahead of June 2025. Month to date, for July, we are 1 call behind last year. Year to date, we are 7 calls ahead of last year. There were 3 requests for mutual aid this week. 1 EMS assist to Hollis, 1 EMS call to Limerick, and 1 EMS call to Standish. The chief worked to combine 64.75 hours this week. We don't have Madison's, but he was in-house. That's
Yeah.
why we didn't have a
Yeah.
printout. I think that safely saying that the parade and the fireworks were enjoyed by a multitude of people from the town who attended. And really want to thank everybody who planned it, participated in it. It was,
Thanks,
what a great,
Standish.
we had great weather.
Yep.
Great time,
Like I
great
said,
turnout.
Thanks Standish Fire EMS. They assisted, and Baldwin Fire Police and Standish Fire Police for assisting with the traffic for both the events. They were helpful. I gotta thank my wife. I did get first place in the, I got a trophy for the best appearing fire truck in the parade.
No kidding.
Yeah, she decided to put a big float on it and it had Uncle Sam on it, so thank
Okay.
her for coming up with that. It wasn't me.
Thank you, Becky. Thanks to everybody who had floats,
Yes, it was,
cars, walked,
yeah.
vehicles. It was
Yeah.
great. What a great parade. And it's on Facebook.
Yes.
So the
yeah.
pictures of the parade are on Facebook. So
Short
if anybody
one.
missed it, it's just like being there.
Short what?
Picture of everything.
It was short 1 tractor, but that's
Not short 1 tractor. My tractor is in its shed.
Oh. Yes.
I got a chance to take the pictures and to see it. So, see the parade. So I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was in it.
I didn't get a chance to watch because when the fire trucks were the first, we get turned around and we get to park up here and I actually got to see.
All of
It was
it.
great, see rays, towings, rotators in there, guitars, pump trucks, the modded Subarus of Maine were there.
Yes.
Yeah, my daughter's part of that club and they're into their cars, so it was pretty neat to, it was just, I'd like to see the trikes, the
Shriners.
The Cora Temple.
Cora Temple,
Shrine.
the
Yeah.
trikes, those were pretty neat. It was
Those
just,
were nice too.
being in it, you don't get to see a lot of the stuff, but this year I
Yeah.
got to see it all come down through, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, congratulations also to Bev, who was the Grand Marshal.
Yes, yeah,
And she got that Spirit of America award.
yeah,
So we didn't get a chance, we couldn't say that last week because it was a surprise to her.
yep,
But congratulations to her, and Ally Mundy was also in the parade as the York County Teacher of the Year.
yes,
So,
congratulations
We
there.
had some
HBM.
pretty significant
From
People.
HB Emory, that's worth saying.
Yep, from HB Emory.
from
she's-
HB
yeah,
Emory, yes.
Yeah, I'll specify from
Born,
our
grown
town.
up in Limington, and also, yep. was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so that brings us down to, should know this by now, the town manager weekly update.
All right, I'm gonna talk about the employee of the quarter here in a moment, but before that, I just wanna mention, I did get down to Mormadale on Tuesday morning and was really impressed with what I saw. Kids playing in the woods and playing kitchen in the woods and no cell phones in hand. It was just really like the old times.
Yeah.
And they were, great
Kids
program.
actually using their mind for,
building-
imagination
building
stuff.
forts and,
Yeah.
So it's doing a nice job down there
Yeah.
with the
That's-
program,
yeah.
so.
That's excellent.
So anyway, so the employee of the quarter, I created this award to recognize an employee who went above and beyond during the previous quarter. As a former coach, I think it's important that we recognize those who lead by example and those who contribute in big ways or even small and consistent ways in the workforce. In recognition of this employee's service, I will be presenting a certificate and awarding this employee 3 hours of PTO.
Nice.
So last quarter's employee of the quarter has had a big impact here since starting back in the fall. He's always positive and willing to help out. He frequently goes the extra mile for coworkers and for the taxpayers. And I'm going to give you an example. On Tuesday, when I was down at Moy-Medeo, this employee, Jake Smith, was helping Madison with the rec bus. The bus wouldn't start, so Jake towed it out of the parking area with one of the DPW trucks and then tinkered with it until he got it started. About 10 minutes later, as I was about to say, the words are just coming out of my mouth, Jake, I've selected you as employee of the quarter. I couldn't get the words out. His phone rang, and Heidi needed him to go over to the library to fix the toilet. After he finished the call, I said, Jake, it's only 9:15. You've already towed a bus, got the bus started, and now you're off to fix the toilet. To which he replied, well, prior to the bus breaking down, I disassembled a large broken tent frame that was damaged by the storm and loaded it onto the DPW truck. And I was reminded of the old Marines commercial, we do more by 9 a.m. than most people do, in a day. Or maybe it was 7 a.m. Before the building and grounds tech position was created, the grounds were taken care of by several employees in the Public Works Department, depending on the weather and their work schedule. Before this position was created, no one person was responsible for building maintenance. Many projects or problems were not taken care of. With the creation of this position, under the Public Works Department, now one person is responsible for building maintenance, grounds maintenance, and cleaning. Sometimes this involves carpentry, painting, mowing, vacuuming, plumbing, moving furniture, wiring, dealing with the phone system, dealing with Spectrum, interacting with vendors. And as if Jake's schedule wasn't busy enough, we added transfer station supervisor to his list of duties just 5 months into the job. He's even jumped in to help as a camera operator when we needed him to record a meeting. Jake has been a true team player. Since coming on board, the buildings he maintains are cleaner, brighter, and safer. The grounds he maintains are mowed and weed whacked more consistently. The transfer station that he supervises is running more efficiently, and he's accomplished all this while keeping spending under budget. We're at 53.8% of the way through the fiscal year, and the Buildings and Grounds Department has only expended 44.9% of its budget, and the transfer station has only expended 39.7% of its budget. He gets compliments from coworkers, he gets compliments from residents, and he gets compliments from vendors. Our recently hired code enforcement clerk was thrilled when she needed her file cabinet moved, her printer moved, and her phone line moved. Jake was there and he took care of all three of these things within a few days, making her job easier. So thank you, Jake Smith, for all you've done and all that I know you will continue to do for the town and for the taxpayers. And congratulations for being selected as the employee of the quarter. And I have a certificate for you up here. You want to come up? And it says, Jake Smith, you are hereby recognized for your strong work ethic, positive attitude, and team spirit that you bring to the workplace every day.
Thank you.
Nice
Appreciate
going.
it.
Thank you.
Spirit of Limington Award.
That's right.
But when you're gonna be able to use that PTO, because you're always working.
Probably in the fall.
Yeah.
Grass stops growing.
That's right.
Congratulations,
hard.
Jake. That was nice. Yeah.
All right.
Do you have more?
That's all I've got.
That's all you got? Okay. That, old business. We already touched on the data center thing, that's in the works as quickly as possible, so, that'd be under the old business. Any other old business? Not really. I don't think so. New business, we've kind of covered all the new business, so.
We have.
Public comment? Anybody? Sure, Jake and Bonnie right behind.
Jake Smith.
Really?
Appreciate Matt for recognizing me, appreciate that. But wanted to kind of touch base a little bit on the parade. I mean, you guys said it a little bit as well, but I just want to reiterate that it takes time and effort for people to come out, build floats, wash trucks. And I just want to say, as a community member and a fellow public works and employee of the town, I appreciate everybody's time and effort to make that event happen. I think the town really appreciates it. I saw people from as far away as New Hampshire at both the fireworks and the parade. So I just want to throw that out there that it's noticed.
I don't know who set up the way everybody lined up and walked, but someone on Facebook that I know commented on how great the spacing and the slower speed, so that the walkers could go at a better pace.
I think, yeah, because what happened is the cars pulled out and then we had walkers right at the beginning of the parade. So they were walking, that's what set I thought it was great because it gave us time
Set the speed.
to really focus
Yeah.
on saying hi to people and candy to the kids.
Yes, that's the thing, is
it slowed it
even the
down a
walkers
lot.
could talk and
Yeah.
throw out
Yep.
candy and
I think-
they
I think
they
it was
weren't
great.
hurried,
Yep.
and especially, it was getting warm.
It's a
So-
parade after all, right? Take your time.
No,
enjoy it.
exactly,
Yes, yes.
exactly.
So whoever
Jake?
lined them up, that was great too.
Yeah, I'm assuming Madison was,
I thought so.
Madison, yeah. Bonnie?
Thank you. Bonnie Lord Loveland. I appreciate that you are updating us about the data center moratorium, the proposed one, Jason. And I just wanted to ask you to clarify what I heard you say, is that it looks like it's in the works for within 2 weeks, a special town meeting. But I also heard you say that it sounds like you're sort of exploring whether there could be an outright ban, not just a moratorium, which always has a certain amount of time built in. And I wanted to just ask you to please clarify, are those two things going on simultaneously, or is one, the exploration for a ban, going to kind of be on a different time frame than a special meeting within 2 weeks, so that one of them would upend the other one? Which comes first, and where are we going with the plan?
Yes, so the moratorium's first and foremost, we gotta get it out to the people, and it will be it'll be predated, meaning it'll start June 25th. So what will happen is we gotta get with Patty, get it set up. We're hoping maybe 2 weeks out or 3 at tops, however long it takes us to get everything in the paper and do what we need to do. The moratorium comes first, the wording that we've got already will come first, and this will put a stop to it right now. That gives us 6 months. We met with Joyce today, because Joyce went over, it's a pretty good undertaking that the planning board's gonna have to go through to get all the verbiage. While that's going on, some of the big questions are, we're gonna reach out to MMA and the attorneys and even our senators to find out if we can put a downright ban on it. I know a place, I did a little research, there is a place in California that banned them outright, so I think it's a possibility. We're gonna find out if it's a legality for us here in Maine. If so, then we may shoot for that. But if not, then Joyce and the planning board's got some big project to put all this, because there's a lot of verbiage and it's gonna be a lot of them researching. Hopefully, there's towns within Maine or locally here that we can look and see what they set up and see the verbiage and kind of help them. But we can prolong, once the vote is in from the people to put the moratorium in place, we, the select board, can then extend it.
You can
So,
extend the
we
moratorium.
can't do it initially, but once it's in place, we can extend it to however long we need to get our planning board, as long as we're moving forward, so.
Thank you, that clarification
absolutely.
helps a lot. And I remember from other times we've done this, I remember that the moratorium can be extended. I didn't remember, yeah, it could be by the select board at that
Yes.
point, like you're saying. And that does sort of build in a little possibility of less pressure for the planning board if they need it.
Exactly, if it's gonna take them, because I
Lots of
think
time.
the big picture here, if we can't do or we can't put a ban in effect, I think the big picture is shooting for town meeting to have it on the vote before town meeting. For the ordinance to be written, is what I think Joyce had mentioned.
Yeah, and getting that on the town meeting
Yeah.
warrant in the spring.
Yeah,
Let's see, 180 days, 6 months from, if it's 2 or 3 weeks from now would be, we're getting close to 20.
January-ish.
that would be, that's a lot of work, but, I mean, Joyce and the planning board,
Yeah.
they do well, so.
Yeah. And there's other communities too that are in the same boat as us, so
Yeah.
we're hoping we can tap into what they're doing and there might be some synergy
Right.
there.
Not to reinvent the wheel if we don't have to, and if it's being done effectively.
Exactly.
Thanks so much.
No problem. Thank you. Nobody else? Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming out. I'll go down through the notifications. Select Board office hours are Thursdays, 4 to 8 PM. On-air meeting times is Thursdays at 7. Transfer station hours are Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 4, and Wednesdays from 12 to 4. A transfer station sticker must be attached to your vehicle's windshield for disposal of all items. Transfer station stickers are available at the town office for $20. No sticker is required to use the swap shop. The transfer station does not accept brush, yard clippings, or hazardous waste. Riverside Recycling in Portland takes the hazardous waste. A friendly reminder to all residents that the building waste, furniture, and mattresses should not be left at the curbside. We have a transfer station for those items. General assistance applications are available at the town office during normal business hours. Applications must be filled out and accompanied with supporting documentation and must be signed and returned to the GA administrator or town clerk. The planning board meets at the municipal complex the first and third Mondays of the month at 7 PM. Yes. And with that, I will entertain a motion to
I will
adjourn.
make an entertaining motion
Did you want to
to
say anything
adjourn.
about FAC members? Looking for them?
Oh, yeah, so we are looking for more members for the Financial Advisory Committee.
Yes, we gotta start advertising that every week.
So, all of the current members, their terms have expired. So, we're hoping to have a meeting in August, get people sworn in.
Okay,
So if people are interested in serving, I've reached out to all the current members, said if you're interested in re-upping, let me know.
Yeah.
And if you know of other people that are interested in being involved, let me know or have them contact me.
we have a fair, people returning or no, or did you get?
I think a couple are not,
Yep,
but,
so, yeah, the
but
more,
yeah,
the-
so we're looking for people in the community to serve.
yeah, absolutely, so anybody that's interested in crunching numbers, and I know we have a lot at town meeting that generally likes to really play with the numbers and question a lot. It would be really,
Get them on board.
really educational, yeah, have them come on in and really show us what they're talking about, so. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?